Good evening, everyone. This is Windy City Radio, live from Chicago for the first time in a few months. It is great to be back. My name is Will, and joining me on my left we have Alex,
Howdy doody.
and on my right we have Alex.
Howdy doody.
anything?
Yeah, we had some good dinner. We had some ordered in from Grieve Nawaz, 807 West Roosevelt. Had some good Indian food. I had the butter beef.
Beef biryani.
Chili chicken biryani.
Classic. Oh man.
Yeah, I feel like I always have to get a chili chicken biryani when I'm ordering from there.
It's a classic
Like,
order
yeah,
from there. You got the rice,
Salad.
you got the chili chicken, got that raita on
Yeah.
top. Good stuff.
You know, I don't really. I'm a little more sparing with the raita. I don't always even use the raita.
Yeah, I'm kind of sparing with it myself. Like, I'll have like a little bit just to like give it maybe a little bit of flavor. If I
Yeah.
find something's a little too spicy, then
Change
it's not
the
spicy.
yeah.
That helps, but
Right.
it also depends on whether I'm having it over rice or just like a curry, because that can add kind of a little bit of a make it a little too creamy, perhaps. But
Yeah. The curry is usually plenty in and of itself.
it usually
Plenty
is,
creamy
yeah.
on its own. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. All right. The downfall of crypto. As we're
Oh,
going to
first topic. Yeah.
discuss.
First
topic.
first up.
So crypto's kind of like taking it on the teeth in the last few months. This happened. I remember back in mid to late 2018. It was it was kind of falling.
The last essentially boom and bubble and burst of crypto was around that 4 years ago. It was a prior generation of graphics cards, and again it was that sort of Bitcoin sort of boom and bust and whatnot.
Right. I think the big story here is the increasing correlation of crypto with the market in general, which has not happened in the previous.
Right.
Yeah,
there
that's
was
true.
less crossover, not in also in the general public and also in other markets and other sectors, rather than just specifically the direct, correlation of mining, hardware,
Yeah.
and pricing.
Famously, it used to have the negative correlation with precious metals, specifically gold.
Right.
But I don't think that's holding quite as much anymore.
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah, when
there was a more of a correlation with those type of commodities rather than specific economic markets or Dow Jones or what have you.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I think it helps a lot, or we see that because there is such a downturn in general in the market. I think the S&P 500 was down 30%.
And it's but it does make crypto less useful for investors if it has more correlation with other sectors.
Right, because people will often use crypto as a hedge.
Exactly.
So then they're not really able to do that at this point. So it makes it a little more. It makes the investor a little bit more reluctant to use what's the term I'm looking for? Proof of stake coins rather.
Wait,
than,
I'm confused. Where does proof of stake come in?
Oh, I'm trying to specific coins and as opposed to ones that, people will use maybe different if they're going
because
to invest.
Bitcoin was hit harder than Ethereum.
Oh,
and,
that's true. Yeah.
So this may be the start of the flippening. That's what some people are saying.
The
as well.
flippening.
Oh, you haven't heard the
Ether
flippening
being
is
more-
Ether being more than Bitcoin.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Is that potentially because Ether's Bitcoin is more outdated technology than Ether? It's more
Well,
based on more.
that's the reason that people have been predicting that it would happen for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Because Ethereum is actually more useful from a technical standpoint. It's but Bitcoin just has that first mover's advantage. That
Yeah, it was the first kid on the blockchain, as they say.
exactly. Digital gold.
First on the block.
First on the
Chain.
blockchain. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got all these new kids on the blockchain, all these shit coins that actually haven't been hit as hard as Bitcoin.
Funny enough.
That's
It's
right.
funny. I look at my portfolio and it's the shit coins are actually holding me up.
Yeah, as happens. It's I guess perhaps people aren't as aware of them, therefore they're not dumping them en masse.
Well, the people that have them are sort of less likely. The people that are holding shit coins are holding shit coins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They know what they're in for.
They know what they're in for. They're
long
Everyone
haul.
and their brother and their dog has Bitcoin, and they're like, "Oh no, it's going down. Time to sell." Because that's what you do. As soon as something
Reactionary.
starts going down, you got to sell it.
Extremely.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
The more reactionary you are, the more likely you are to either get in fast or get out fast.
Yeah,
Whereas
basically-
the more invested and literally and figuratively, and also the more involved you are in the scene, the more likely you are to go further down the chain and find sort of a niche
further down the blockchain.
To get stuck in. Further down the block.
Yeah, but basically it's like, the way that your average Joe on the street who's not an expert in blockchain technology like we all are would see it is, my investment went up. Time to invest more because this is going up. This is this is really good.
Ride this roller coaster
my investment
up.
is going down. Time to get out because things are going down. They're going to get worse.
Right.
So basically, what you do is you just lose money.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. The house always wins. The
if
house
you
at the top of the block
if
always
you invest
wins.
like an idiot, you're going to lose money.
Yep.
Yes. That's right. Yeah, if you don't understand, the key, if you don't understand how it works, and also the key is you invest more than you're willing to lose, which the novice investor is often wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, the key really is to be willing to lose everything.
Ooh, there you go.
And then you'll never invest more
discard
than you're willing to
discard
lose.
your earthly possessions.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
I like to take a Buddhist approach to my capital investment.
Very acidic of you.
Yeah.
Very acidic.
Ooh, I feel like there's a catchy connection you can make between Buddhism and capitalism.
Well, there's Dark Buddhism, which was a book by who was that? I don't know. It was one of those neo-reactionary guys wrote a book called Dark Buddhism, where he was taking the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama and synthesizing them with the teachings of Ayn Rand.
Ooh.
Wow.
Intriguing.
That's
Awesome.
interesting.
Muted. Okay, good.
Yeah. I'm just pulling up the Twitch chat here so we can see ourselves in case anybody wants to chat. Incidentally, if you happen to be watching this on Twitch at Windy City Radio, feel free to follow us. Also follow us on Twitter at radio_Windy. We have the chat up there, and we have a link. Should have a link to the Discord in the Twitter as well. We can post an invite link to that if Jamie can get on that. But yeah, and I agree. I'm looking at the Discord, and Dick Hopper, which we're very glad to have in here, he said acidic is a good word, and I agree, it is a good word.
Acidic?
Acidic. A-S-C...
like acetic acid.
Acetic acid, or asceticism, as in giving up one's worldly possessions.
Ascetic.
I've only ever seen that written.
One
ascetic.
of those classic words you've only seen written and never heard pronounced.
Yes, honestly, ascetic. I will remember that in the future.
Yeah, no, because I think the modern ascetics really, you have no earthly possessions. You only have NFTs. That's how you really have, and you live in a completely bare apartment
with a mat on the floor.
With just computer and 70 graphics cards.
And see, that's a good thing because when you go to sleep, assuming you do sleep, you get the good white noise of those fans going.
Yeah, the white noise, and you get the heat.
It's
really hot.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for. You don't have to pay for. You don't have to pay for gas.
Wait. So is that how we make the Arctics, the poles habitable? Is just heat it with graphics cards?
Yeah, I mean it might have some literally downstream effects.
How are our mics doing? Because I see Fortune in the Discord chat saying mics are off. Are they on or off? Oh, are we good? Wiggle the wires.
Wiggling the wires.
Yep.
Oh, now we are back? Okay, hopefully we didn't lose too much.
Good to hear.
We're good? Okay, thank
Checking
you,
wires,
Jamie.
good to
Okay,
go.
so yeah, we are back now. I don't know how, probably weren't off for long.
We're back.
And we're back. And Dick said NFTs are 100% fraud scam. Depending on how you implement them, I would say.
And it's currently implemented.
I mean, it's currently implemented by what? It's a technology that's used in a variety of different ways.
Is.
I don't know what the...
Incidentally,
But all of so far, as of today, all of them have been the get rich quick.
Yeah.
What, even NBA Pop Shot?
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, and Snoop actually suggested that NFT technology could be used for concert tickets because they can't be counterfeited, and they can't be it's a preventive measure against scalping.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know how it's a preventative measure against scalping, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could. Yeah, it has applications.
Someone can still buy it and resell it.
That's true. They could right-click copy, or not necessarily that.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, they can literally buy
it and sell,
and
buy the
then
NFT
sell it.
and then sell it. Yes, I mean, I think what his reasoning was that it could. I think his reasoning was that you would be able to see the initial purchaser of it.
Well, you would be able to see the wallet.
Yes,
The wallet.
the
They can just
wallet
sell
that
the
initially
wallet.
purchased.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so there wouldn't be a way to see like the initial buyer then if they just sold it?
You
Or-
can see their ID, like with a wallet ID, but that's the thing with crypto. Like when you see a person, you're not seeing like their government name.
Yeah,
You're
no.
seeing
That's
their
true.
wallet ID.
Their
Seen the wallet ID.
social security number's not linked to that.
See,
Thank
that's
God, yeah.
actually one of the more interesting applications of blockchain technology that is going on around the world. With definitely in a lot of countries, they're working on. I mean, in China, there's the digital yuan, which is like a big rollout.
Oh, hold on. I see some of these people. Lyle Gordon 45 says, "Can I get a shout out?" You absolutely can. I know exactly who that is. Yeah, say hi to Jack and everybody else for me. Thanks. Okay, I didn't even know that they saw we were live. Those are some of my former students, actually, who are in the Twitch
wow,
chat.
nice.
Yeah. Or at least one of them is on. Who else is in here? Yeah, shout outs to Lyle and everybody else. DJH. Oh, nice. I think I know who that is as well. Cool. Nice. Anyway, so let me post a link. Jamie, can you put a link to the Discord, an invite link to the Discord in the Twitch chat?
Yeah. Let's get the homies in.
He's
Let's
on it.
get the homies in, and it looks like he's on it. Wonderful. Okay. Let's see. Oh, incidentally, TJ posted a picture of what I believe was a if I remember this correctly, this was a piece of campaign material that was put out by, I think it was by a political action committee owned by Mike Huckabee. That was a comparison of capitalism versus socialism. So, capitalism in this little campaign, in this graphic, gets an A+, and under the headlines: free market, rewards success, private property, and individual freedom. So that gets an A+. Socialism under this gets an F, according to him, because it has a controlled market, punishes success, rewards laziness, government controls businesses, and high taxes. And communism gets an F-. It says, no private property, government owns everything, people have no rights, promotes corruption, no one can be successful.
Now, see, when I've seen this image shared before, people say that it's in a textbook from
It's
Texas.
not.
So I
was
think that
debunked.
it is because I actually trust those people that are saying that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, after all, nobody would go on the internet and tell lies, would they?
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
Of course not.
Absolutely
That would
not.
never happen.
Angle the laptop to the.
Angle the laptop? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Watch out for the beer.
Whoops.
Wait,
Towards the camera.
Yeah.
here we have this
There we
image
go.
here.
Okay. Interesting.
Might be a little bit hard to see from that distance.
You get the idea.
Yeah. Yep.
You get the idea. Oh, my mic was not near me at all. Yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's. I would be like. I can't say that I would be entirely surprised if this was used in a textbook, particularly a like elementary or middle school textbook, because
I mean, it's basically what they teach, right?
in some respects, early on, I've.
Yeah. Again, it's the
Except for in these,
gross
like, radical liberal
oversimplification of decades of complex political and socioeconomic environments in which you're trying to basically and from what I'm gathering, in a school setting like an elementary school or a middle school, you're trying to cover centuries of useful information, not only for that class but for future classes. In order to do so, the basically simplification and sort of channeling of those different ideas in the different places over time ends up sort of getting into like a bullet point sort of comparison between the two.
Yeah.
I think what
Yeah.
the grading system there is what's really the like political slanting
Oh,
of
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see just the bullet points aspect to that being in a textbook, but I think you'd really have to get into like a heavy, I don't know, like and again, not to stereotype, but a very like Florida or like a Texas sort of elementary
those are the
school
two sites-
textbook.
those are the
This
two
is
states
where
I
the
was thinking of.
textbooks come from.
Yes, actually, I believe. Yeah, from what I understand, like a lot of those, yeah, like they are often. I think, yeah, other states will use textbooks that are approved for use in Texas, from what I understand.
Yeah, because that's where the companies that make the textbooks are.
Yeah.
I mean, the calculators were literally made by Texas Instruments.
Texas Instruments, yes.
Beautiful, beautiful machines.
They really are.
Dude.
But
Great
they are
at
pretty
running.
overpriced for what they
great.
are.
Well, I mean, great at programming
Let
and
me
running
see how
Pong
much
on as well,
TI-84 Plus costs
Probably
right
the
now.
same price it costs.
I'm actually curious.
man,
Let me look
I
this
saw.
up. I'm going to check Amazon
I
right now.
still
I bet a
have it.
TI-84 Plus is about $100 or
Yeah.
$90. That's
Maybe
my guess.
90.
My guess is $90.
I'm going to say 90 as well.
I'll
let's
go
see.
over on 90.
Okay. TI-84, hold on. Do they even have it on here? The TI-83 Plus is $80. 84 Plus CE is $119.
Yeah.
Okay, I
That was
see
a
it.
good one.
Okay,
The,
yeah,
$100
the
bucks.
84,
$100 bucks,
the
yeah,
84 was the better one because you could visually graph.
yeah.
Man, the N-Spire, that was the good stuff.
Yeah, I
right
remember when
there.
those first came out. Those were actually kind of badass. So I have a TI-84 Plus on Amazon, listed $150 on sale for $107.50.
But it's like one of those sales where it's like always on sale.
Yeah, like the list price is like no one ever actually uses the list price for that. Right.
And that's just buying individually, not
it
even in
actually
bulk.
costs more than it did when we were in high school. That's inflation for you.
That
that
is
shouldn't
inflation.
come
That is
to tech
inflation.
like that, right?
Oh yeah, it's up to what's up, Dominic? Also, nice to see you. We have Eugene coming in the Discord chat as well. Good to see you as well. What else were we gonna? Oh yeah, crypto. Yeah.
I mean,
I think
were
we
just talking about it.
tidied that up.
But I do think, I do think that people have a misunderstanding about NFTs, and I think I've talked about this on the show before.
Yeah.
But basically, like the NFT is not an image. NFT is a technology behind
It's technology. Yeah.
and it can be used for a variety of things. The majority of the big in the media uses are like art and things like that,
Right.
which I'm up against. Right, like I don't like art, but it could be used for interesting like business applications as well.
It could. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not an issue of the concept of an NFT, like in an abstract sense. It's the issue with how the NFT is applied in not only the current economic market, but also who is currently using it and how they're
Right.
choosing to basically create super extreme FOMO
Yeah.
with the technology.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's just replicating the art market. I mean, not even replicate. It's just an extension of the art market.
Twitch chat. We got a question in the Twitch. All right, we have. What are your? Hold on. What are your? I'm not gonna respond to that because I don't want people knowing my real name. Anyway, yeah. What? I think. Well, we can talk about education in a little bit. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that particular principal? I think she was fine. I had no issues with her, and I may very well be working there this fall. Incidentally, I have an application in there. Oh, we have Mel in the Discord chat. Hey, dick face, I'm so lazy today. Hey, it's Friday. No reason not to be lazy.
I mean, I'm chilling.
Chilling?
Kick back, relax.
Chilling like an insane villain.
Hey now. I may be one of those things.
That's right.
You don't seem so villainous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like that saying "insane villain" is like it doesn't necessarily have a negative connotation to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can get behind
Oh,
that.
so it's like one of those double negatives where it's like they
Yeah,
turn
there
themselves
you go.
positive.
Yeah.
Like an insane villain is a villain who's not doing villainy in a
Yep.
rational way.
Not
Yep.
doing. Not doing.
Oh
villain.
yeah, it's that the one Pro ZD skit where it's the villain actually ends up, revealing a bunch of, malfunctions and things that were just like swept under the rug. He poisoned the water supply.
Pen
Well, the
testing,
people found
yeah.
the city found out that the water supply wasn't protected and stuff
Right.
like that. Gone through and
It's
made
like
a bunch of regulation changes and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the villain who ends up helping out.
Right.
Yeah, it's pen testing, we like to say.
Yeah, yeah.
In the biz.
Mm.
It's just security that's the biz now.
The biz.
There you go.
I need to check how my Chinese security company stocks are doing. Probably pretty well compared to the other stocks.
I wonder how much.
Relative, right?
Yeah,
So break even? Question mark?
Yeah,
Because I checked mine and yeah.
I found this
Not
one
good.
company last year that was like, basically I was looking for tickers that had meme like potential,
Yeah.
and so this one was like Fortnite. The company is called Fortinet. And so I invested based on the name alone.
That happens.
And
It's
it went up like 100% in the 6 months after that.
Yeah, it's like how
But
there
it's
was.
probably down now.
It's like how in 2020 there was another company called Zoom that was not related to Zoom Technologies. That's because people were buying the wrong one.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah. One thing I was checking out, I can't remember specifically when I bought. I think it's probably stayed about level from when I did. But there's a company, Emergent Biosolutions, that was apparently working on a monkeypox vaccine. So people were like buying it to see if it would actually take off, which it did for a bit. I don't know. Like once the media furor over that dies down, I'm not sure that. I'm sure it'll go back down. But
You mean the media fury over monkeypox in general, or?
I think in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at this point, we're of the belief that it's media speculation and not based in fact and or science.
Well, yeah. I mean, just like COVID.
I mean, awfully suspicious that something that's named after the year 2019 is still relevant in current year.
In current year,
Yeah.
yeah.
What a wild and crazy thought.
Wild and crazy.
Yeah. Did John Oliver get COVID yet?
That's a good question. Let's find out. Let's Google John Oliver COVID.
Well, I mean, his HBO show just takes long vacations. You know, he's like months off of the show at a time. So.
Doesn't look like it. Didn't Jimmy Kimmel get COVID like 2 or 3 times?
Well, of course, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
got
that
COVID.
just makes sense.
Yeah,
You know.
that's on brand.
I
for
mean,
him.
not really offense, but it's on brand.
Yeah,
Jimmy Kimmel has gotten every disease known to man, especially gonorrhea,
Intentional
and
or not.
syphilis.
Yeah.
intentional or not. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had a show about that. It was like where the show concept was just Jimmy Kimmel goes around catching diseases.
Yeah, bug chasing.
Yeah.
Huh. Should we go into the voice chat in Discord?
Do we have another topic?
Probably. Oh yeah, the shrinkflation.
We're in the voice chat. We need people in there.
Oh, we're already in. Okay.
Yeah, we were gonna talk about. We kind of went over the shrinkflation with crypto. In a
I mean,
sense.
we touched on it. We
We
can
touched
talk
on
more
it.
about the what they said in the 80s. They called it stagflation, right?
Stagflation, yeah.
But now the new buzz term is shrinkflation
Yeah.
because
Right.
as
I guess unemployment
Basi-
isn't as big an issue now as it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Mm.
and I mean the sort of focus on the consumer aspect of capitalism in our current economy at this point is that while commodities like gas, food, water, shelter, etc., increase in cost to either subsidize or provide, then the companies that provide those services, instead of increasing prices, are decreasing the amount that you're given for the amount that you're paying for those services. So it's the classic half the bag of the potato chips is air,
right.
but extending to the
Apartments.
packaging of Kleenex, groceries, what have you.
yeah, now when you rent an apartment, half of it is air.
Yep. There's an entire room that's hidden behind the bathroom that
Yeah,
you
they
have
just
to
cut it
like
off.
knock the drywall off to see.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's someone living in there.
Yep. There's someone
I love
living
it.
there. Yep.
And they're paying as much rent as you are.
Most likely, yeah. Yeah. They got in at the wrong time.
Yeah, and there's someone living in your sink. You know,
Sink. In your toilet tank.
it lives in your sink. It lives in your sink.
I wonder if there's anyone in my wall-mounted AC unit.
I want to give a shout out to our schizophrenic listeners and viewers.
I think some of them might still be in the Twitch chat actually. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that was just my comment on that topic was just a acknowledgement that is a real thing that is happening, and
Yeah.
make sure that if there are any services or companies that are sort of
That are listening
maintaining
tonight.
a status quo in current times to make sure that you're supporting the
Yeah.
good ones and you're calling out people that are giving you shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because-
I think that also we should talk about the impact that this shrinkflation has on marriages.
On marriages.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because if things are getting smaller, that could lead to some tension.
That's true.
That's very true. You'd hate to see that.
Yes.
Sometimes you go in the pool,
Yeah, that's right.
shrinkflation. Shrinkflation happens.
It does.
That-
yeah.
that
It's a part.
happens
It's a
to
part
the
of life.
best of us. Yep.
Yeah, it's a part. It's just a part of modern life. Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on in the Discord chat here. We have Mel talking about no reactions today. It looks like Johnny's in there as well. Shout out to Johnny. We have one of the other Alexes who unfortunately could not be here this evening. We have another Alex who could not be here this evening. In the chat also we have Doom Chan, Insane Energy, and Jojo Bakira. Thanks for joining us in there. Hope you're enjoying the show right now. Let's see. What Twitch? Oh yeah, in the Twitch chat. Let's see what else we got. Who do we have here? Whoops, what am I doing here?
What am I doing here?
What am I doing?
We could also check the news headlines. We've done that.
We can.
Before.
Oh yeah, in the let's see. When it comes to viewers, we have Feet, G Resh 2326, Ice Wizards, I Love You Vortex 45, Lyle Gordon 45. Who else have we had? DJH 2958. Is that it? I think that's it. Nice.
Those are the top viewers. We have thousands.
We have many thousands.
Viewers.
We are being relayed all over the internet as we speak.
Yeah, this is a syndicated show.
We are syndicated.
The Windy City Radio Global Broadcasting Network.
We
Broadcasting in over 80 countries worldwide.
in over 80 countries worldwide on shortwave and
Are
on
there
the internet.
even 80 countries worldwide?
Yeah. There's like 200.
200-ish, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know that. That's true.
But most of them are just the United States.
Ooh.
To some extent, yes. As we expand our global influence, or retract it at this point, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's always pulsing.
It pulses. It
expanding,
comes and goes.
contracting.
Yep.
Speaking of
Comes in waves.
shrinkflation,
Yeah.
it's like a David Cronenberg monster in this country.
Yeah, just. Oh, do we do a date? Let me check. This show is okay, but we'd like more controversy. Oh, you want controversy? Let's go Drudge and see what controversy we can drudge up.
I know a controversy.
Oh, there's one of our topics actually. Right
Yeah,
on
there we go.
Drudge that we were going to talk about.
Which one here?
Right here.
Oh, TikTok. Tech Wreck. TikTok US data repeatedly accessed from China. Let's take a look. This is from BuzzFeed News of all
China?
places.
Shocking.
Shocking. Let's see what we have.
TikTok and privacy concerns color me shocked.
Who'd have thunk it? For years, TikTok has responded to data privacy concerns by promising that information gathered about users in the U.S. is stored in the U.S. rather than China, where ByteDance, the platform's parent company, is located. According to leaked audio from more than 80 internal TikTok meetings, China-based employees of ByteDance have repeatedly accessed non-public data about U.S. TikTok users, exactly the type of behavior that inspired former President Donald Trump to threaten to ban the app in the United States, which he should have done. I'd have voted for him had he done that.
Yeah, no, I think that would have been a good move for him. But I think
would
this kind of reporting is absolutely absurd.
I agree.
Of course, people within the company are going to be accessing non-public data. Like, that's just how companies work.
That's how like the back end of companies work. That's what
Yeah.
people do who work at those companies.
Yeah, more sensationalist news that doesn't get at the real issues with TikTok, which is these crazy, like, not very good instrumental music pieces that are used in like every video.
Yeah.
And I don't know who makes it. I think it's the Chinese government.
I think it's AI
but
generated.
I
I think some of. I think some of
I
it
actually
is.
think it is.
yeah, I mean, I think the Chinese government is run by an AI.
Maybe.
There's some. I like
It's-
that.
Yeah, it's.
I like that thinking.
It's an implementation of technocracy.
Yeah, I mean that's basically the Project CyberSyn made real, right? Like they actually have a cybernetic government run by artificial intelligence, just like in that song by David Bowie. But anyway,
But anyway.
Let's see. Lawmakers fear that the Chinese government will be able to get its hands on American data through ByteDance, and the fear is
already
really,
has it.
Yeah, they
Oh,
already
of
have
course,
it.
I'm sure they do.
And he states has it also. Like that.
And the
Everyone has this data.
Everyone has it.
Yes, and it's rooted in the reality that those companies are subject to the whims of the CCP, which has been cracking down on its homegrown tech giants over the last year. Lyle has a question. Personally, do y'all think that socialism is more suitable for modern America than capitalism? I think it depends on which forms you're implementing socialism versus capitalism. Like if like an entire overhaul of the system, it could work in some respects, but are you talking about like implementation of socialist ideas within our current capitalist model? Are you talking about getting rid of all capitalism, getting rid of capitalism as it exists in the U.S. and replacing it with socialism entirely?
I think it's a false dichotomy. I don't believe in capitalism or socialism. I think that people have these shortcuts in their mind, and they just pick the one they like, and they're like, everything that's classed as this is good, and everything that's classed as the other one is bad. Mm-hmm. It's like we really need to think on a case-by-case basis of like what policies are actually good for people.
I agree.
Yes, you can make I mean, theoretically, we are a democratic republic.
A constitutional republic.
A constitutional republic.
Yeah.
Where representatives are elected by the people, and those representatives represent the people and the views of the people that elected them.
And Lyle
And
says,
then there are checks and balances in which different branches of the government have different ways of either circumventing or basically instating those views or making sure that something doesn't get way too out of control. Right. But I think what also you have to consider there is, does the either cherry picking or wholesale replacement of capitalism with socialism influence that constitutional government as well? Right. Or is it simply the economic functioning of the United States government as it is, or are we making wholesale changes to Constitution?
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants just giving the current United States government more power. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, and Lyle said in the chat, overhaul the system, fuck the system for real. Like, if you overhaul it, is like it could create a power vacuum. You don't necessarily know like what's going to replace it, and is it going to be something that's potentially
you always have you have a fear of the unknown, but you also have the knowledge that what is known has far malfunctioned to the point where it's not worth keeping. Like the sunk cost fallacy, if you will, right? Just because things are or can continue to be the way they are does not imply any sort of value to them.
People have been saying that the system cannot continue the way it is for a long time.
A long time.
Mm-hmm.
We've been
were they right the entire time?
Late capitalism for at least a century.
At least a century. Yeah. I mean, we've been, I'd say, at least since the era of the robber barons in the early 20th century, people have been saying that we're in late capitalism.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And, the difference I would say
but we are in a different system now than we were then.
Theoretically, the FDR New Deal era could have been a shift away from that temporarily, but that was more of extenuating circumstances.
The labor brokers, and they FDR reforms were a way to crush the burgeoning labor movement by providing a mass government jobs program that paid not very well and provided people an option.
Incidentally, Mel in the Discord chat said, I can't listen to the show right now. I don't think it'd be appropriate for the children I'm babysitting. And Johnny said, Will won't swear. I mean, I won't have to swear. And apparently Johnny would swear. I mean, he's not on the mic, at least right now. I mean, he's welcome to come on the mic at some point. Oh, speaking of which, I see, looks like Alex is is in the voice chat right now. If you want to unmute, you are welcome to come on the show and chat with us at any time. So feel free to do so. Whenever you want to jump in.
We can keep the language clean. That's fine.
Yeah. What's up?
We can keep the language clean.
Yeah, we can keep it clean.
We can keep it clean.
Let's all try to keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
As I generally do anyway, but we can make a specific.
I mean, if it's
we can.
Oh, hello.
Make a specific.
If it's
we can.
Oh, hello.
Make a specific. If it's we can.
Oh, okay. Alex, mute the stream. You use headphones. Use headphones so we don't hear the feedback. Yeah, if you could just use headphones, that'll be fine.
Very interesting.
That's the old radio fallacy. Like when you call into a radio show, they'll always ask you to turn off your radio so people who listen don't hear the feedback. Yep. That's old.
Don't want to get trapped in the Russian doll audio loop.
Let's see.
It's broom. We
got a broom.
I like it.
Keep it clean. Exactly. Thank you.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean. All right. Looks like.
I'll just keep this.
Yeah.
Keep
so
that
how's the calling? Is that calling audio now?
Is it working? It looks like they muted themselves again.
We shall see.
Let's see. It looks like they muted them.
All right,
technical,
give them some time.
technical developments.
Yeah, give them a moment.
Not necessarily difficulties, but
Yeah, culties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They may or may not be diff.
No.
No.
We don't need the detergent.
Props now.
We don't need the detergent yet.
No pods, no detergent. None of that.
And Johnny is asking, are the hosts all drunk yet? I mean, I have like a decent buzz going. Let me, how much left?
Johnny, I'd say like 3 out of 10. Not significantly.
You know, Johnny, what in the symposium, Plato's dialogue, the symposium, it said that Socrates, no matter how much he drank, he never got drunk. He would just be discoursing as usual for the entire night.
Good for him.
I like to think that, you know, how much you drink, it doesn't really have an effect on how drunk you are.
Oh, and Alex is
really all
saying...
you
Yeah. So intoxication is the state of mind.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Alex is saying no headphones here, carry on without. Okay, or you can... what? Really? You just want to...
They're contaminated over there. You can't.
They have COVID. Yeah. Unfortunately, they have COVID, which is why they could not be in the studio this evening. Or at least one of them does. Anyway, let's...
I'll just throw out the window.
Throw it out the window. Yeah, now I think about it, yeah, because they're at Studio East right now, and trying to think like how far would you have to throw them to get over? Yeah.
The wind up and the delivery.
The wind up and
This
delivery.
window is not in the right direction. for
That's
that.
true. It is not. It is parallel to them. Yeah. Is the wind? Oh, are we facing? Is this facing south? Is it facing south? I guess it is. Yeah,
Hey,
it
Jamie,
is.
you
Okay.
don't have a drone, do you?
a drone. No
No,
drones yet. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that'll be
Fair
good
enough.
for the outdoor podcast. That'll work. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, Alex, feel free to type in the Discord chat regarding any additional comments. Oh, and Lyle said in the Twitch chat, "Soccer jersey guy is so base." Good answer. There you go.
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
Come on, Alex. I'll
Well
drink to
done.
that.
I will drink
Good
to that.
answer, Alex.
I need a new drink to drink to that.
All right. Need a new drink. I need a new drink. While the one man music. We have Mel saying headphones won't work with my OtterBox, and no Bluetooth headphones with me. Johnny says drama queen.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd rather be a drama queen than a trap queen.
I think I would. Here's the thing. Like, I mean, I agree with that, but at the same time, like, I don't like to have drama in my life. I try to stay as far away from it as I can.
I'm not saying either would be preferable.
Between the two,
Yeah,
I'd say being a drama queen would be the lesser of two evils. The only drama I allow in my life is the drama of the various discords I'm in, which I often am more of an observer in than a
Yeah,
participant.
yeah.
Under most
I-
circumstances.
I will enjoy watching a good tire fire.
Oh yeah, it's
now
always
and
fun.
again.
It's always fun. And Mel says no bedtime for kids today either. Then, yeah,
Boy, busy household.
busy household indeed. Oh, we have there. Is that, another 312. Very nice. Another classic Chicago beer. I guess like it's not quite old enough to be considered a classic yet, but it's getting up there.
It's been a classic, man. I feel like they've been around for a while now.
Yeah, my dad knew the guys at 312 when they were starting back in the 80s. They were calling it honker ale back then, apparently.
They
Who's honk?
were aware of the clown world before anyone.
Honk honk. Honk honk. Mel says that she wears her crown proudly. That's a fair thing to. Fair thing to.
Yeah, if we're talking about drama, I think that I observe the internet drama sometimes. It's always a good time, but yeah, I don't like the real life drama necessarily. I mean, office drama can be fun. I like some office drama.
Interesting, like as a teacher, maybe just because I've been so itinerant as a substitute teacher, but I've never really got involved in much like office, like workplace drama, which is like which is interesting because like I feel like I don't really feel like I'm like I have, maybe I'm sure it's there. I just don't notice it because I don't pay attention to it because I'm not totally immersed in it a lot of times. Even though like there are several schools that I go to very frequently or have gone to in the last 5 years very frequently.
Right. I actually heard a great story about teacher drama when I was in high school. When I was in my senior year. My wonderful English teacher told us a story about a young first-year teacher who came in, and I'm sure you're aware, but for the viewers out there, first-year teachers are going through the ringer, right?
They are.
It's a very
They're becoming
stressful
acclimated
job.
to the job. They're becoming acclimated to it.
Working on lesson plans, and then they're grading, and it's like a 25-hour-a-day job. But this guy apparently would always carry around with him a copy of Anna Karenina with a bookmark in it.
Uh-huh.
And my teacher would say, it's ridiculous, like, obviously he's not actually reading it, you know, like, as the first-year teacher. It's impossible. And so after several months in the teacher's lounge, one day, one of the other teachers said, like, she dies at the end.
Oh, what a shame.
Snape killed Dumbledore.
And Voldemort killed Snape. Yeah.
But my favorite part of that is that like
It was months later.
a piece of literature like that can be spoiled by knowing some basic factoid about the ending,
Right. That's true.
as if it were a Marvel movie.
As for a Marvel movie. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Like, when it comes to those, like, I've looked at the ticket sales of some of those Marvel movies. I feel like, I mean, I'm sure inflation plays some role, but I feel like for a long time, like, if a movie made $1 billion, that was like something special. Like, it was like a legitimate like masterpiece of
$1
a
billion
movie.
now is nothing, you know.
Yeah, it's like it's almost expected in some senses. Let me pull up the top grossing movies. Just
Oh
to
wait,
see.
yeah, they're all Disney owned. It's like
I'm
Marvel and
almost
Star
certain.
Wars.
That sounds correct.
Vomit-inducing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, not to put any artistic worth into the Avatar movie, but let's
Oh, these are
let's
adjusted
be
for
real.
inflation. So like Gone with the Wind, adjusted
Right,
for
so
inflation,
it's
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind is a much better movie than any of the others.
It is like, yeah, honestly, it is. So these are the franchises. So $26 billion.
Can't talk franchise.
I know. I'm
There's
trying
a
to
million
I'm trying to
Marvel
find.
movies.
I'm trying to find the list. Hold on.
Yeah.
It was there.
Timeline of highest grossing films. I'm looking for an actual like list of highest. Oh, I think
This
this
is the list.
Square-
this is by year of release. So
Oh wait, where's the other
Top
chart? Where
sellers of
was
all
the?
years.
hold on. So this is year of
What was
release.
the inflation one?
This is the inflation one. So adjusted for inflation, Gone with the Wind, followed by Avatar, Titanic, Star Wars, Avengers Endgame, Sound of Music, E.T., Ten Commandments, Dr. Zhivago, and Force Awakens.
Now, which one of those is the best?
Let's see. Which of these have I seen? I have not seen Endgame. I have not seen Ten Commandments. I've not seen Sound of Music. Let's see. Of these, I like Dr. Zhivago a lot.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie. Gone with the Wind is good too. I feel like once was enough for me with Gone with the Wind. It's like almost 4 hours with the intermission. So
Right.
Oh wow, yeah.
it's a long way. Yeah, I saw it actually.
forgot.
I saw it at a screening at the Old Century Theaters in Evanston, and it was actually they had it with the overture intermission on track, like as it would have been screened back in '39, and it was
that's cool.
It was cool, like having that. It was cool, like have that experience. I think it would have been for like the 75th anniversary. Yeah, 75th anniversary because I was in college at the time. So, yeah, but it's interesting to watch in a modern perspective because definitely has a pro-Confederate slant to it in the way it's presented. So, yeah.
Yeah, my take on those movies, I just want to say that I think E.T. is not a good movie. I
haven't seen it
did
in a
not
long time.
enjoy E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Huh.
I think like culturally iconic, but not
From a cinematic
like a
perspective.
cinematic or an artistic perspective.
Yeah.
I guess that's one I've also not seen in quite a while, so I guess I can't imagine that would hold up in the same way that like the original like Star Wars or other like sort of
I don't really like Star
the
Wars
era
either.
of still using like the clever camera tricks rather
Uh-huh.
than relying on sort of technology assisting tools to make the
guess-
shot come together.
I try not to appreciate Star Wars too much. I don't really like it, but I will say like it does probably hold up better than E.T.
Yeah, I'd say when it comes to Spielberg movies, Back to the Future I think holds up better than E.T.
Oh, I haven't seen Back to the Future.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen both. I think Back to the Future, like, it was a more enjoyable experience to watch, personally. Avatar, like,
Bad movie.
Nothing.
Great visuals, bad movie.
Yeah.
like, it was, I think it was a little bit overhyped. I remember seeing it when it was in theaters, and I felt like,
I don't even think it's
What
fair
I-
to talk about in these terms. Like, it has the highest gross because the tickets were more expensive because it was 3D. Like,
that's a fair point.
It's entirely the technological feat of Avatar existing as
Yeah.
a 3D movie. That's it.
I mean,
I do think we should give a shout out to James Cameron for having two of the top, right? Like Titanic,
Two of the top three.
Titanic and Avatar, yeah.
Neither of which I think are that great of movies, but like you have to give it to the spectacle, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Right.
There's something to be said for that.
Right. Yeah, I feel-
Avatar 2 coming soon.
That's
Man.
okay. It actually is finally coming soon. I saw a trailer for it the other day when I went to see. What was I seeing? I forget. I think it was the Bob's Burgers movie. Actually, there was a trailer for
I
that.
want to see that new Crimes of the Future. I want to see that. That's the new David Cronenberg movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That could be cool.
I haven't heard anything about it other than it's the new David Cronenberg movie. But
Nice.
I mean, that's basically all you need to say, really.
Uh-huh.
exactly.
Yeah, Titanic. When did I see Titanic? I think I saw Titanic in a hotel room many years ago, and I can't even remember if it was the whole thing. I mean, it was a good movie. Yeah,
I saw it in elementary school. They show it in classes.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Related to the
Yeah, we
time
had-
period of like social studies or something like that? Or?
Film studies class.
Oh, film studies.
Okay.
Elementary school. Yeah.
Cool.
No, we just watched movies when there's the teacher's not there.
Yeah.
Or,
Okay.
you know,
Substitute
like-
teacher. Gotcha.
Yeah, or at the end of the year, you just watch movies. You know.
That's the old month of movies thing. Yeah, I had a history teacher where I went to high school, and I went to go visit them when I was doing observations in college. He mentioned he was not a big fan of the month of movies thing, but he did give me a good tip for when I become like a full-time teacher. Take what I have for the last month and cut it in half because nobody's motivated by then anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah, good thinking.
that is a good. Cut that in half afterwards, right? And yeah, so it's a good tip. It's like I feel like integrating movies can be a good thing in the curriculum if it's like tied to what you happen to be discussing at the time.
I
It's
don't know.
good.
I think it can definitely be overdone, though. I
It can
remember
be.
certain
There's a balance.
teacher
There's a balance
that
that needs to be
we
made,
had
yeah.
that the entire class was just watching movies.
I took
And, he knows who Jamie knows who I'm talking about.
I remember when I was a junior in college, I took an anthropology class that was called Anthropology Through Film, which was interesting. Like when it came to films, like it wasn't really feature films that he would show, but he would show like some documentaries as well as episodes of Star Trek. They actually,
Yeah. No, I think
fit that.
documentaries are definitely a good thing to have in the classroom because,
Yeah.
like, the main problem I have with documentaries in general is that, like, you don't have the sources, right? You're like, or even if you do, you don't want to check them. But in the classroom, you can watch the documentary and then like dive into the sources with the class, and that's actually
Yeah.
really. I remember we watched Super Size Me in high school.
oh yeah,
and
I do.
you know,
Right.
that's like it's a provocative movie, but it's actually, you know, if you dive into the sources, you can get like a more holistic picture of like what the problems are in the
Yeah.
movie and like how it's pretty one-sided, right? Like they don't actually.
Yes. Intentionally, but
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. No, I don't mean to say like every documentary is trying to sell you on something, right? Every movie, really, every bit of media. But so you gotta get to do your own research.
you do, and that's
That's a good message to give the kids.
It is. It is a really good message, and you get to. And it's important to teach when you're using those sort of documentaries that no matter how quote unquote impartial something is, it's going to have some sort of bias inherently.
Yeah, except for Zeitgeist, but you know every other movie.
The exception that proves the rule.
Yeah.
I do remember in high school, I think it was either a short story or a novel writing related class, and there was basically one class a week where we would just basically the assignment going into that day was to have sort of a plan for what section of our novel we were going to write during that class, and the entire period would just be the professor playing different genres of music while all of us were, basically spending the entire class writing that section of the novel. And I remember that sticking with me just because the association of the music that I listened to was aspiring to the work that I was writing, which was helpful in the inspirational aspect. So that sort of weaving of media into the classroom can,
Yeah.
definitely be impactful.
That's really interesting. But if a professor was ever playing pop punk, I would not show up to class.
no, it was.
So you're not interested in defending pop punk,
No, I'm interested in offending pop punk.
offending
Yes.
pop punk. I prefer unpop punk, which there is some. I mean, there's some good unpop punk.
What do you mean by unpop?
Unpopular, like
Yeah. In that case, like all the best punk is unpop.
Although, yeah, I mean that's part of the punk mentality, honestly, to be unpopular.
Yeah, and none of it was made after 1989. But anyway,
Fair point. Fair point. So more of these. Oh yeah. Incidentally, Fortune in the Discord chat said more Russian novel superhero representation. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there was I think I talked to him about this, but when I was a kid, I had a book of famous novels done in the style of various comic books. So there was like The Stranger in the style of Superman, and there was Crime and Punishment in the style of Batman, where Batman, the great detective, plays Raskolnikov. And then there was like Tales from the Crypt, and it's Wuthering Heights and things like that. Dante's Inferno was
Nice.
I don't remember. What was in there?
Nice. Other movies on the list, Star Wars. We were talking like, I feel like I didn't actually see Star Wars at all. I saw
The original Star Wars you've never seen?
No, I didn't see it until I was in college. I saw Revenge of the Sith when I saw it in theaters. That was the first
the cinematic masterpiece.
That was the first Star Wars movie I ever saw. I saw that when it was in theaters. I saw the rest of them when I was in
I
college.
vividly remember being legitimately excited for that third movie and being naive enough to not see the plot twist of the developments of the third movie.
Okay.
See,
I mean that's just the ignorance is bliss sort of thing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it
I
at
didn't
the
see
time.
the prequels until college, but I saw the original trilogy when I was like in middle school, I think, which was pretty late, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone I knew had already seen it, and I remember being a kid not having seen them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, you want to play Star Wars? I'm probably like 6 or 7 years old in this example. They'd be like, you want to play Star Wars? I'm like, I've never seen Star Wars. I don't know what that is. And like, okay, you want to play lightsabers? And I was like,
What's a lightsaber?
isn't that just the thing from Star Wars? Yeah, it's like, and I remember being so having disgust at the cultural horizons of my peers, having their entire personality based around this film franchise product, and that is when I became woke.
There you go. Yeah, I've
My parents had a VHS box set of, I believe, the original, like the at the time movie release of the original trilogy where Han shot first.
Oh yeah.
We have that basically
It may have been
encoded in VHS form so that we have proof that that's the actual.
I think I used to have that exact same box set. Was it like the one with? Was it like the what would it have been like? Not the 20th, maybe the 20th anniversary one. It was like the black box with like the tapes were like.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I had that exact same one. I think I got that like
black box set, and they had an icon of Darth Vader's mask and Luke Skywalker and I think Yoda were like almost like icons on the
Yeah, I think I had
side
that
of each
same
box.
set. I
Yep.
found that at Salvation Army many years ago. I think I've sold it. I think I sold it since then. But yeah, I think I've actually had that VHS box
a good
set
find.
at some point.
We have a VHS salesman trader over here, buys low, sells high on the VHSs.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's what you do, right?
I tried to
I
flip
mean,
when I
you
can.
can do that with just about anything, assuming that there's a resale
If there's-
market
yeah,
for it.
I do that with vinyl sometimes. Like if I have one that's like in like decent enough condition but still skips a bit, I'll take it to like Reckless here in Chicago and sell it for something. It's I usually make a decent amount of money on it. And a big hello to JNoobs96 in the Twitch chat.
Howdy.
Howdy doody.
All right. Oh yeah. Let's see the rest of these movies. Avengers Endgame. I'm trying to think. Have I seen any of the Avengers movies?
I have not.
I don't think so.
I don't want to.
Like I wouldn't mind watching them.
Not the Avengers specifically. I do remember my parents thinking that I heard of Black Sabbath from the first Iron Man movie,
Oh.
when in fact I heard
did
of
see that. I
Black
remember
Sabbath
seeing
and
that.
I did see
Metallica
that
from
also,
the
yeah.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater video
Nice.
game. So
I can't remember where I first. It would definitely would have been before the movie, but I remember. I think I bought like Paranoid on CD, and that's where the first time I heard listened to Black Sabbath.
That's the record right there. I mean, self-titled is really good too. but
Self-titled is good as well, but Paranoid I think
Paranoid is the one. Yeah.
yeah, it really is. Man, Sound of Music is also six adjusted for inflation.
Yeah, I mean that's a good movie.
It is. I haven't seen the movie, but I did see it when our high school did for the yearly musical. I saw that, so I'm familiar with it at least. E.T. we touched upon. 10 Commandments, I've not seen that. I'm familiar
I've
with the
heard
story,
it's
though.
good. I haven't seen it.
I've heard it's very good. And we have a guitar.
Jamie's doing some Black
guitar.
Sabbath shredding.
Yeah, so that was-
off screen,
that was,
possibly off mic.
That was
We'll see.
Paranoid, I believe.
Ball, yeah.
Yeah, that was Paranoid, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Riff and Paranoid? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Nice.
One of the greatest riffs. I really that song I really think is like one of the great songs of rock and roll music.
It really is.
The lyricism, the riff, like.
Or is it metal? Is it one of the greatest songs of metal?
It's proto-metal. I would say proto-metal, personally.
I think it's both one of the greatest songs of metal and one of the greatest songs of rock and roll.
What's the first metal track in that case?
What is the first metal track?
Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath on Black Sabbath.
On the album Black Sabbath.
According to Will.
Although I'm trying to think, like, what would be considered the first metal song by my standards? I don't actually know. Let's look up metal. I guess
It's gonna say Black Sabbath.
it might.
It might. Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath on Black
heavy
Sabbath.
metal. Let's see.
Say Blue Shear.
It might say Blue Cheer or let's see. Origins, late
MC5.
60s. Oh, it actually does have. It has Blue Cheer listed. Actually, the Summertime Blues cover.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with it?
It's garage rock. It's not metal.
I said Blue Cheer on MC5.
No, I was responding.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. But yeah, we have MC5. Yeah, I would say MC5 is more garage rock than that. We also have would you say the Stooges are metal?
No, that's like
I would also say like garage rock punkish. Yeah.
Proto-punk.
Okay, this is interesting here. I hadn't
They are proto-punk. They're not punk.
yeah.
Black Sabbath, I would say, is metal. Not
Okay,
proto-punk.
that's fair. King Crimson's debut album started with no. I'm gonna finish this sentence.
Prog rock.
That's exactly what I was saying. It starts with 21st Century Schizoid Man, which was considered heavy metal by several critics. It's not.
Who are these critics?
What about Paul McCartney, the Beatles?
Helter Skelter?
Skelter.
That's a candidate.
Yeah.
It's a candidate, yeah.
Because they were trying to be heavier than the Who.
They were.
Yeah. They succeeded.
Oh yeah, somebody. Okay, who is this?
Paul McCartney succeeds at anything.
Literally
he does,
whom?
yeah.
Hold on.
Who? Who?
So this doesn't even have the. Oh, does it have the name of the author? Okay, somebody with the last name Buckley is quoted as saying that
William
the
F.
album is not likely not William F. Buckley. He said
Famous
open
rock critic William F. Buckley.
said it open. Said it opened with the cataclysmic heavy metal of 21st Century Schizoid Man, and closed with the cathedral-sized title track of "In the Court of the Crimson King."
This is like a phrase, though.
It's a phrase.
He's not asserting it's genre heavy metal. He means that, like, I would guess, like, mine.
when was that written? When?
2003.
Oh.
The
He does
rough.
mean that.
Yeah, Peter Buckley, who wrote the Rough Guide to Rock.
Peter
No,
Buckley.
that's pretty rough.
Yeah,
Is he
That was
the guy that made that webcomic?
Bum Tickly, Control Delete. Yeah.
Hey, we're keeping it clean.
We are. I'm sorry. Yes, Tim Buckley. Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't even say his name. It's kind of a bad word.
There you go. Clean you off there, bud.
Yeah. Man.
All right, so I think we covered the origin of heavy metal.
I think we did in a substantial degree.
I don't know. So is heavy metal the same origin as metal music in general? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I found. Okay, so I found the list I was actually looking for at the
redundant.
start of all of this.
Not adjusted for inflation.
Yes. So this list here is not. This list here is not adjusted for inflation, and apparently, like, there are currently 48 movies that have a gross of over $1 billion. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
All
In
right,
the context initially.
We tangented
number
off
one-
of
number one
Avengers
is
into,
Avatar
like,
here.
good media, and now we're back to bad media.
And number
Yes.
3 is Titanic.
Yes.
But everything else in the top 5 is
Disney owned,
Disney owned.
and yeah, top.
Jurassic is Disney.
Well, top
It's
five.
Top 5.
Top five. Yeah,
Jurassic
Jurassic's-
World at number 7 there.
Right. Spider-Man's No Way Home is number 6, which is the only one of the top 50 that is currently in theaters.
So other than in the top 10, there are 3 that are not Disney owned.
Yes, that's correct.
Avatar, Titanic, Jurassic. Oh, and Furious 7.
Furious 7.
Yeah.
Which
So 4 that are not Disney owned. So
Okay.
Disney owns more than half of the top 10.
they do. Yeah,
Highest grossing movies of all time.
they do indeed. Ugh. Huh.
You hate to
Do
see
you guys catch their upfront?
I did not.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to watch the upfront. So
Okay.
it's just interesting to hear about it sometimes.
Yeah.
For those in the media world.
Those in the media world. Let's see.
for those in the know.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Return of the King.
Oh yeah,
Shout
Return of
out?
the, yeah,
Minions.
25.
Shout out to Minions.
Shout out to Minions, which is higher grossing than Lord of the Rings.
The memes are so good.
Oh,
The
yeah.
memes, the wacky Tic Tacs.
Them kids
And
and
how
their
many
Tic Tacs.
Fast and Furious movies are
Oh
on?
yeah,
I think
They're like all of
are there
them.
9, I
Control
think,
F.
total?
Control F.
But
Furious.
they're like all on. Well, they don't all have that. There's also Fast 7.
Fast
like,
5 or
Fast
whatever it's
5.
called. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The
yeah.
Fate of the Furious.
What?
Yeah, that was the most recent. Was it the most recent? I think no, it wasn't.
17? No.
No, there has been
There's been
more
a
after
couple
that.
more.
So let's see. There's
It's
F8, yeah.
F8s. Yes, let me think. How many? I think there have been 9 so far for Fast and the Furious.
I feel like
think
that
maybe
sounds
more.
right.
Here. I have them all bookmarked, I think.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
Yeah.
2021.
Oh, so okay, so so the most recent was the 9th one. Fast X, the 10th one's apparently coming out next year, and there's an untitled Fast X sequel for the following year. They're gonna keep making them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they keep grossing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, family.
Money
R.I.P.
comes
Paul
in,
Walker,
Furious come out.
Family is a timeless topic.
There we go.
R.I.P.
Yes,
Paul Walker.
As our prophet Vin Diesel spoke.
Yes.
I
It's all
love
about
Vin
the
Diesel.
family.
Yeah, he's a classic.
He was got one of the greatest Facebook pages. Just like all those posts from 2007 that are have the resolution of a Nokia phone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What a time.
What a time. What a time. Man. Yeah.
What's
the,
that? I'll go for it.
The highest ranking Bond movie here is Skyfall, actually.
Which wasn't even good.
Yeah, I mean a lot of the newer ones, honestly.
Casino Royale was decent.
I actually haven't seen
I'd
Casino Royale.
say. Were there any other Daniel? I like Daniel Craig as Bond, and he's done a good job in the role. But I can't say that I've really enjoyed many of his Bond movies as a whole relative to the more classic
I just
Bonds.
feel like the Daniel Craig Bond movies, and it's no fault of his. Oh, it's partially a fault of his, but it's more the direction.
Yeah.
Is that they're just they play it too seriously, right? Like
Yeah.
the old Bond movies were kind of campy.
Yeah,
and
there's,
that was
there's,
a
a,
major
ex-
part
there's
of
an
the
acceptable
appeal.
level
Yeah.
of camp, like especially with like Roger Moore's Bond.
Yeah, I mean that gets a little too much, honestly. I like the Sean Connery Bond.
I prefer
Yeah,
Connery
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, where it's like there's a bit of camp in there, and there's not like torture scenes in every movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no reason
I think
for
they
that.
went too far into the 21st century aspect of
Gritty.
Of Bond.
It's too
yeah,
gritty.
The gritty. Yeah.
Yeah, same as for Batman. Exactly.
Batman,
Very
yeah.
similar. The old Batman. I mean, the old Bond was not quite as campy as the old Batman was, but like the Adam West.
I know. Adam West Batman, especially the movie, was honestly I think a bit campier than Roger Moore's Bond.
Do you remember the shark repellent in James Bond?
The bad shark.
No, I mean they did get campy, but I think that some of the Batman movies are even more so. But I do think that it's a similar thing in that like post 90s everything has to be like so dark and gritty and edgy.
Yeah.
It's like we gotta. I think we did get over that actually recently. That I feel like a lot of the new movies now are not dark and gritty and edgy.
Yeah.
60s camp Breaking Bad. Reboot.
60s camp Breaking Bad.
We got a mic to Jamie up here.
Yeah.
No.
No, don't be
Jamie
sad.
having
You gotta
some good
jump mic
ideas
up.
over there.
Yeah, Jamie has some excellent ideas. We value his input.
Yeah, I do think that a 60s camp Breaking Bad would be a good idea, and then maybe I would watch it because I have not watched Breaking Bad and I don't intend to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, TJ says, I hope the VOD will be up. I'm watching a movie where a Chinese lady punched an IRS auditor. Good for her.
I think I know that Chinese movie.
For him, it's a movie. For me, it's my day to day.
That's right. Yeah, it's for some people it's a way of
Jamie's
life.
living that reality.
For some people it's a way of life. It really is.
Yeah, that was in. I watched a similar movie in one of the in that class in high school where we just watched movies that I was talking about with Jamie. Where we just watched it was an Asian history class, and we just watched a bunch of movies from China. And
You watched
Japan.
Manchurian Candidate in that one?
No.
No, that might be a different class.
No, we watched
like
we watched
Chinese
Gandhi,
directed.
Oh, Gandhi.
and we
Okay.
watched Yojimbo. We didn't watch Seven Samurai.
We did it in my class.
Yeah, we didn't in my class. We watched Yojimbo. We didn't
I
watch
remember
Seven Samurai.
I took
Yeah.
World Lit. We watched Rashomon.
See that? But yeah, I mean, we didn't watch Rashomon, but it was a great movie.
It was a great movie.
Last Samurai, unfortunately, is a bit.
Oh, The Last Samurai. Oh dear.
Yeah,
We were
yeah,
different semesters.
yeah. I know we were different semesters. We watched, but I'm trying to remember the name of this Chinese movie about tax collecting.
No, it wasn't until
No, it wasn't To Live. It was like a random movie. But
TJ, what
no,
movie are you referring to, TJ? If you can put it in the chat. I could-
Maybe it's the same one.
Maybe.
Well, he can't watch because he's watching that. He can't listen to what we're saying because he's watching the movie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's true.
Yeah, there we go.
He'll tell
Yeah,
us
yeah,
later.
yeah.
He'll tell us later.
Yep, we'll check.
There will be a
we'll
VOD.
check in the comments.
Yeah, we'll check in the comments, and there will be a VOD on our YouTube channel. Which, if you search Windy City Radio, you can find all of our VODs there. Going back to 2020, actually.
I'll link it in the Discord.
Yeah,
we
link it
should
in the Discord.
we should put Chinese subtitles on this one as well.
Yeah.
They have that. YouTube
Yeah,
Yeah.
YouTube can auto-generate.
That's right. Maybe we'll see ourselves on TikTok.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, if any TikTok artists are aware, like, would love to collaborate. Also,
Yes.
if anyone who's working at TikTok is here, I support the Chinese government. I just want to make that clear.
Yes, indeed.
I agree with John Cena on most of the things he says.
Being chilling.
I love Lao Gan
John
Ma.
Cena is in fact not here.
I just want to say that I love Lao Gan Ma. That's it. That's all I want to say. I use it a lot.
Is that all you want to say?
Yeah, that's all I want. All I want to say. Well, I also use several flavors of Lao Gan Ma. You know, there's like the chili crisp, right? And then there's the chili sauce, which has like little bits of tofu and stuff. And then there's the black bean sauce. And then there's the mushrooms. And like I have like honestly like 6 different kinds of Lao Gan Ma in my cupboard.
Yes.
So I'm a big fan of John Cena. Is what I'm trying to say.
Cool.
Very interesting.
Very, very cool. How long have we been on, Jamie? Just curious.
Hour and 5.
Hour 5. Nice.
Cool.
Hour 5. Yeah, I think we've covered like all the topics we had, right?
I believe so.
We could look at them headlines or something,
Yeah,
but I think we're
going to
getting
talk. We're
pretty-
going to talk about January 6th.
Oh yeah, we could talk about January.
Yeah, let's talk about
6th.
January 6th. Now there are hearings going on. Let me look up. I haven't been
Yeah,
following.
what are the
this too-
details of the hearings? I haven't seen
it-
anything about them.
Apparently, this is a big zeitgeist thing, but
Yes.
I'm not-
Okay. Here's from CNN. A take.
That movie was really prescient.
yeah.
Yeah. Trump was told. Let's see. Trump was told Eastman's plan was illegal, but tried it anyway. Trump was told repeatedly that his plan for Pence to overturn the election on the January 6th was illegal, but he tried to do it anyway.
Told by who? They might be lying to him.
Let's see. Who's Eastman here? I'm looking to
The
see.
person that told
Julius Eastman was a minimalist composer from the 60s.
Conservative Trump, in this context, conservative Trump attorney John Eastman, Pence himself and the lawyer who concocted the scheme advised Trump directly that the plan was unconstitutional. In a videotaped deposition, Pence's chief of staff Mark Short said that Pence advised Trump many times that he didn't have the legal or constitutional authority to overturn the results. Even Eastman, who helped devise the scheme and pitched it to Trump, admitted in front of Trump that the plan would require Pence to violate federal law. Yeah. So, and also the panel tied the Mike Pence pressure campaign to January 6th violence.
Well, yeah, that was the whole. They were like literally shouting for Pence.
Yeah.
Like there were people outside who built a gallows and were chanting "Hang Mike Pence" for not stopping the certification.
What I find ironic about that, right, is if some liberals had a gallows shouting "Hang Mike Pence," the media coverage would have been totally different, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure something similar to that has happened. Like they have their guillotines that they bring up. And
Yeah, they're guillotines.
Like, who was that? Kathy Griffin had like
Oh,
the
yeah,
Trump
the
severed head.
Trump severed
thing.
head. I
And the
remember
media was
that.
all like, "Oh, this is great. We love it."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when that
I
happened.
mean, but to be
Wow.
fair, the media when they saw January 6th was like, "Oh, this is great. We love it."
Yeah, I mean, if it bleeds, it leads.
Exactly.
Yeah, as the saying goes.
I thought we were
Hashtag
keeping this
clickbait.
clean, though.
What? What's that?
I thought we were keeping it clean.
Keeping it clean. Yes, I need to.
Yeah.
Yes, gotta use the broom.
Gotta sweep you off.
Gotta sweep me off. All right. Let's see. The danger to Pence was real as the mob got about 40 feet from the vice president.
I don't think the danger to him was that real.
Not
I don't
real.
think they would have really hurt him.
But yeah, honestly, like, I mean, like, it depends on who would have gotten a hold of him. But if what would they have actually done realistically?
They
I
would've-
mean, we are talking about not a large but anonymous violent mob.
they weren't anonymous.
Some of them, there were some were wearing masks. I mean, not many, but some
Yeah.
were.
Most of them were like literally live streaming it to their personal Facebook pages.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They're like the least anonymous mob we've ever had.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't learn. They didn't learn from Antifa. They didn't wear black hoodies with balaclavas.
No, because they're patriots. They
That's
believe
right.
that the system inherently like is good. We just need to make it work correctly.
Yeah, we just need
So
to fix.
They're not ashamed of what they're doing.
Not at all. Not at all.
And also, they're all federal agents
Yes, of course.
and
all
actors.
an FBI
You know,
person,
the funny thing is, like, all those main people are literally actors, right? Like the
Oh, yeah.
the QAnon shaman. He's a failed actor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I
Or
was.
was he a successful actor?
Oh. Yes, was he? He got 'cause, I mean, he knows how to get into the role.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And
He's a
as-
method actor.
He can
Yes.
connect with the character.
And as actors are wont to do, he insisted on organic food in prison.
Yeah, I think they should. I think that he should be the next Batman.
Ooh. Replaced Robert Pattinson already?
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
a fan.
he's had a couple of movies, right?
Has he?
Has
Have
he?
they made multiple already?
I think they might have made 2. I feel like they may have made 2 at
man.
this point.
And how many
What
did
is
Ben
time?
Affleck have?
A couple. Well, with the with the Batman Superman crossover
Okay, so
movies, Affleck's had
okay,
a
I think
few.
the Batman I think was Pattinson's only, but apparently he is returning for the sequel.
Oh, I think they want us to shut it down.
He wants to shut it down. Wow, what was that sample from? Was that me or
I don't think that's your voice.
no? Because that was on. I've recorded something similar to that before for other uses, but I don't think that was my recording of it. Okay, huh? Yeah, I think somebody doesn't want this information to get out. I guess.
Yeah. They don't want the QAnon shaman Batman.
They really don't.
Maybe he should be Bond instead. How do
Oh, I could
QAnon
see him
Bond?
being a good
Okay.
Bond.
Because he is basically like a Bond-like figure when you think about it. Actually, he's more like Batman. More like the Punisher. Yeah, he can play the Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but the Punisher doesn't have the same no offense, does not have the same cultural relevance or reach as.
Yeah, unless you're a
Or-
police officer.
Yeah.
They all love the Punisher.
Yeah, okay. Now you're catering to a demographic, but I mean, sure.
Even though he literally kills police officers in the comic,
Yeah.
like regularly. It's one of the things he does.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, shout out to Juan from Alabama in the Discord chat, who I think is now just discovering that we've been live.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Alabama. I'm gonna go there next couple months.
Roll Tide. Roll
Any
Tide.
particular reason or just?
A wedding.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
That's nice.
All right. I was gonna say if it was for work, I apologize, but
No,
you
no,
know,
no.
if you're obligated, then
Mhm.
cheers.
No, I got some other work travel.
Gotcha.
Right, right.
Anything else good on that bullet point list? No, the
Oh yeah.
the January 6th
Joker
thing,
was
top that up.
the Joker
Oh,
was
yeah.
number 32.
Turns
Deserves
out we
more.
do live in a society.
That's
We
a good
do
movie.
indeed.
That's like legitimately, I think, a good movie.
I enjoyed that.
movie. Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that movie a lot.
It
Black
really said a
Panther.
lot about
Yeah.
the
Black
society
Panther
we're
was
in.
number 13. So if
Seen it.
there's I've heard like people discussing like doing a sequel with a new actor for that. I don't know about that. How I feel about that.
I didn't see the original. It's a Marvel movie. I don't watch those. I
That's
don't care
fair.
if they make a sequel or not.
Okay. Yeah, I watch Marvel movies that are like the one-off ones that don't have an entire like massive backstory that you have to watch the previous ones in order to understand. Like, I saw Black Widow. I thought that was good. I saw Black Panther. I've seen some of the other like more like not as deep ones.
The one-offs.
The one-offs. Yes.
The Marvel movie earlier and it wasn't that bad. I was entertained by the plot.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were watching some MVC2 replays from I think that was 2014.
14, yeah.
No, that's
That
not a
was-
Marvel
that was
movie. That's a
captivating.
Marvel movie.
Marvel.
That's different. That's
That is
Marvel.
different. Marvel.
Good dialogue, you know?
Good dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
Very good
Yep.
dialogue.
Engaging narrative.
Just got a real match.
Yeah.
Wow. Real match. Wow. What else is on the list here? Let's see. Lion King still top 10. Oh wait, no, this is 2019 Lion King.
Inflation.
Oh, we should do a
No, this is.
our followers, Drudge and
Oh, the
Wait, hold on.
the remake, the Lion King remake.
Wait, who were the
Drudge and Lyle.
Grotch and Lyle? Shout out to you guys for following us on Twitch. Appreciate that. Also, yeah. So yeah, this isn't the inflation-based list. This is just highest grossing film. So the
Yeah.
Lion King movie that came out in 2019, the more recent one would have
The
been
live action one.
Yeah, was that live action?
No,
Okay.
No.
but that's what people said because it was
Yeah.
like it was a more realistic style.
More realistic style.
It's
than
3D.
Than the one came out in '94. So yeah.
Oof.
Aladdin, shout out.
Wait,
That's
which
also
one?
the remake.
Oh,
And
no.
it's the so many of these
Blue
are
Will
gonna be the
Smith?
remakes.
That's
Blue Will Smith.
Yeah. Okay.
Zootopia. Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland, the 2010
movie. That was a stinker.
Oh God, I remember that. I remember that one. I think I saw it in the theaters.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
Yeesh. Yeesh. Okay.
Despicable Me 2.
Yeah.
It's-
Despicable Me 3 above Despicable Me 2.
Finding Dory above Finding Nemo.
Oh.
Wow.
I never watched Finding Dory.
Neither did I.
For inflation,
No,
This
it's
is
not normal.
this is not normalized
this
for
is
inflation.
not,
Okay.
no. This is the not inflation one.
Wait, what even is The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey?
That's the 2012 one.
I've never
The
even heard of
2012,
that.
they split The Hobbit into 3 movies after they finished the trilogy.
This is the first one of the Hobbit trilogy.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I remember the old Hobbit movie, but I didn't.
Yes.
I didn't know the.
That old like 80s
it's
animated
animated,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that
It
came
wasn't very
out.
good.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that they. Peter Jackson made Hobbit.
Peter
movies.
Jackson turned The Hobbit into a trilogy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like however many
it
years
good?
after he finished Return of the King.
Yeah.
it was okay. It was like pretty long.
It was very long
Yeah.
and doesn't have the same like spectacle as the proper Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend it, low-key.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably never gonna watch it. I'm probably never
Yeah.
gonna watch Lord of the Rings again either.
Oh.
I watched that as a kid.
I
and
mean,
was like,
I will
eh.
probably have a movie night at some
Was
point
this
where
the
it's just
one-
a marathon,
Oh,
like
yeah.
extended edition Lord of the Rings, and nobody watches it, but we all have a
Right.
good time.
So
Isn't that
there's
like a full 2 days?
It's not. It's over 9 hours 45 minutes for the extended edition trilogy. I want to say.
Okay, and then you add the Hobbit trilogy in there.
No, you're not. You're not because that's
And the Silmarillion.
not worth. Oh,
so there's a famous
an
picture.
audiobook reading of the Silmarillion.
Yeah.
Let's go.
There's a famous picture of Ian McKellen filming the first Hobbit movie, in which he is like in front of a green screen room talking to only green screen actors. So he's basically pretending that there are other people in the room, and he found it so difficult he broke down crying and saying this was not why I became an actor. Yeah.
Shout out to Ian McKellen.
Yeah, that must be
Absolute legend. But
that must be
yes.
remarkably challenging. Yeah, you can see like how it would have looked on screen, kind of in this picture, and yeah, it's kind of like crazy. Like he was basically had to be talking to invisible people.
Yeah, because he's like an actual actor.
He is.
Right? Like Shakespearean.
Who thrives on
classically trained
interacting
actor.
with actual
Yeah.
actors on like stage or screen. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Like just, I can't
Just
imagine.
because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yes.
See, that's why it was so funny when they gave Leonardo DiCaprio the Oscar for The Revenant.
He
Because
is-
he's literally just like shaking around with a piece of plastic. This is getting mauled acting like he's getting mauled by a bear. It's like, oh, Oscar.
Oscar.
What a performance.
I did see that movie, and it seemed pretty realistic of his misadventures with that bear.
Yeah, I watched a documentary last week of the about Ryuichi Sakamoto, who did the soundtrack for that movie and for many other movies. He's a
Ryuichi-
great musician.
Great musician.
Yeah.
Yeah, the song from Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence is
Yeah.
a classic. That
Yeah,
is
he
a
did
gorgeous
that.
song.
Yeah. Wonderful song.
Yeah.
He also did the soundtrack to The Last Emperor, which is a movie that I think I watched in that class.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh yeah, got Willie, Cardinal Willie Kahn. How's it going? Got Mel also. Nice.
Our producer Jamie is a Bieber fan.
Yes.
We're all Bieber fans here. Yeah, we're all believers here.
Oh,
By the way, this is a
Juan.
believer.
Yeah, Juan says he
podcast.
keeps kicking me. Huh? I don't know. All right, so yeah, some cool. Yes, I actually know those people from another excellent show on the internet called Tony Talk, which can be found at blogtalkradio.com/TonyTalk1. Great show. Monday nights. What's up? We'll have I'll post
Have a link in the VOD.
link in the VOD. Nice.
Yeah.
It's Lincoln the VOD. LinkedIn the VOD.
LinkedIn. the VOD.
LinkedIn.vod.
LinkedIn. Yeah, although
Lincoln Logs?
Oh yeah, we got some careers listed on our LinkedIn page. Some open positions.
open positions.
Not hiring, but
No, we are hiring. They're
Well,
just
we
not.
are.
They're just not
They're
paid
just
positions.
not paid.
Yeah.
Not paid, not internships.
Yeah.
We can't give college credit.
yeah.
You can get college credit.
They're reverse finance internships. You have to pay to do them.
We can give collage credit.
Collage.
Nice. It's coming up on 10:30 already. That's fast.
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun.
It really does. It really, really does. Anything else?
Also, when you're in a dystopian post-pandemic society, time flies.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's like March 950th, 2020 at this point.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's not. I don't know. COVID's over. COVID's been over. Nobody has COVID anymore except for our friends who are the reason they're not here is because they have COVID.
Yes.
But
And we hope they made a speedy recovery. But yeah,
we hope
nobody
so.
gets COVID.
it's not a serious disease anymore.
Chef, we have some 3x spoons per day. Talk about Vietnamese noodles.
Oh yeah.
Suey.
Wait, 3x spoon on.
They enjoy the food.
Oh no, that's poons. That's
No,
that's.
it's spoon. It's a typo for spoon.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, I know.
Yeah,
We're
keeping
what
it
he
clean.
means.
We're keeping it clean.
Yes. Yeah, Willie, we are keeping it clean. Like, I don't mind you talking about your adventures in Thailand, but we are taking it clean. Yeah.
I mean, authentic cuisine wherever you're traveling is your best option.
Authentic cuisine and keeping it clean. That's what we're all about.
Hey.
Love all you can eat food there.
Yeah,
Charge hourly rates, as Vietnam is known to do.
of course.
Yeah, I think we're about wrapping up now.
I believe so. Yeah, it is 10:30 now. Thank you all very much for joining us. I appreciate it's good to be back on the air. Hopefully we'll be able to do this again soon. Yeah, it's fun to do this here in the new studio.
New studio.
Studio.
New studio. Studio. All right, anything else anyone wants to talk about? Are we good?
No closing
good.
statement or remarks
No
from
closing
me.
statement?
I think I've made my position abundantly clear.
On the advice of counsel, I'd like to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
That sounds as good. That's as good a closing statement as any. And with that, we conclude this edition of Windy City Radio. Thanks for joining us.